Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, is the second Uncharted game, and I am continuing the Uncharted reviews. I just finished, well, I didn't just finish, but I finished this one. I did just finish 3. I am now, for the first time ever, playing 4, A Thief's End, which is great so far. Love it. And then once I'm done with that, I'll be on to Lost Legacy, and then I'll review 4 and Lost Legacy, and of course 3, and then I'm all caught up on Uncharted. And those will be my video game reviews that I said I would do more often, but I haven't been doing. So yeah, doing our franchise helps with getting up those video game reviews. And if anyone's a big fan of the franchise and wants to hear other people's opinions, they can just watch all of them. So I always like when people post reviews for every single game in a franchise. It's nice. So I can find out that person's point of view on the entire franchise. I like it. That's why I always try to review franchises at a time. It's just nice that way. At least in my opinion. But off topic. We're talking about Uncharted 2. So let's talk about it. It's a great game. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Not my favorite game. That's Breath of the Wild. Might do a review on that while in quarantine. But Uncharted 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It is phenomenal. It has some of my favorite set pieces in this series. This series is known for its amazing action set pieces. Both 2 and 3 have some great ones. I've played the first 2 chapters of 4, so I don't know if 4 is going to have... I don't know about 4 yet. I don't know about Lost Legacy. I don't know how their set pieces are. But 2 and 3 have some great ones. 1 didn't kind of lacked in that department. It was a very isolated on the island experience, so there wasn't much for set pieces in Uncharted 1. That being said, Uncharted 2 has set pieces, and they are so much fun. They're so much fun. There's running where you run up a train while it's moving. It's really fun, like around the middle of the game. It's really fun. You're moving across a train, taking out guys. It's super cool. There's one where you're climbing up the train. That's both later/earlier in the game, where you are climbing up the train that you were just on as it's hanging precariously over a cliff. And then once you get up, you're starting to take out guys from the remaining wreckage of the train. It's really cool. But my favorite from the game, and a lot of people's ones that they really like, is near the beginning of the game. You're in a building, and I'm sorry, spoilers, I'm gonna spoil this awesome set piece that I did not see coming, but it was so cool. You're in a hotel, the tallest peak in a city, so you can spot something in the distance, and you start to make your way down when Lazarevich, much more memorable. The 2 villains in this game are much more memorable, but we're not on that. The villain sends a helicopter at you and starts firing missiles, and the building is collapsing. And normally a lot of games would cut to cutscenes, maybe have a couple quick time events. No, you're playing throughout the thing. You're taking out bad guys while trying to escape this. You play through the entire thing. It doesn't cut to a cutscene at all. You are playing the entire thing, and it is so cool to run around a collapsing building, shooting bad guys while also trying to survive, not having to cut away. It is so cool and so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite set pieces from Uncharted so far, which is part of the reason why 2 is one of my favorite games. Their set pieces are so great and so memorable. The combat is once again very fluid, very well done. Drake is once again a really good character that you like to follow. Sully isn't in the game that much again. You'll kind of get used to that. 3, he's in the game a lot more. He disappears for a bit, but he's a lot more focused in the story. Sully is, which is nice, because these first 2, I like Sully, but he wasn't in it enough for my taste. So I'm glad 3 kind of fixed that up. But yeah, I like what I get. New characters are introduced. Chloe, she's really cool. You don't know if you can trust her at times, but she ends up becoming a close ally / love interest, but we all know who Nate's ending up with. Speaking of that, Elena Fisher. She comes back and is once again a really, really great character. I love Elena Fisher. She's probably one of my favorite female video game characters. She's really cool. She throws her way around a gun, which is really nice. The NPCs in this game are really well done. Just you're both allies and enemies. Like, your allies aren't useless like a lot of games. Naughty Dog's very good with your allies. Your allies are always reliable in their games. Whether it's The Last of Us or the Uncharted series, your allies always got your back, always shooting. They can kill enemies. That, like, if you're being swamped and you have an ally, they can shoot people and kill them. It takes them a little longer because it just wouldn't be fair. But they can still do it. And it's nice and it's convenient for you. So it's not you against the world with some annoying character. I really like how it's done. Like I said, there is the villains in this game, Harry Flynn and Lazarevich, are much more memorable. Lazarevich is it's a pretty menacing villain, and Harry Flynn he's a schmuck that you just want to punch constantly. So, that you have that for you. Neither of them are developed, but they're still better villains than Gabriel, Roman, and Navarro were in the first game. Because, hey, Navarro and Roman were missing for so long in the game, while Lazarevich doesn't appear until much later in the game. He's still a menacing presence throughout, and he's constantly name dropped. And Harry Flynn is just a nuisance throughout the entire thing. So you must spend much more time with them, get them much more in the story, actually relevant to the story until, unlike Navarro and Roman, who are in there at just the beginning and just the end. The final boss fight is it's better than the first one. The first one, you're just running around a boat shooting people. It felt like just a basic level. It didn't feel like it was a boss fight. It felt like it was a level. So, I liked it. Not everything needs a climactic end, but a game like this that was so cinematic felt like it needed a cinematic ending, and this was the closest we could get in it. Third one would drop sort of the final boss in favor of the running and shooting, but it does it much better than this. It does it much better than the first game. So that's a plus. The voice acting is great. It's a Naughty Dog game. It's a modern video game. Voice acting should be good by now. If it's not, that's just not good. Like, voice acting should just be good at this point in a modern video game. We shouldn't have to worry about, oh man, what if the voice acting's bad? No. You got Nolan North and stuff. You're good. You're good. So overall, this is a freaking amazing game. If you played Uncharted 1, well, you'll obviously want to play this one. This is worth honestly, the Uncharted games, especially this one, are worth getting a PlayStation over. PlayStation is worth getting for the amount of games. Xbox plays their games very well. And there are some fun Halos and some fun Gears of War. Don't get me wrong. But if you're going to get an Xbox, you'd more or less get it for the way the games look. Which, like, I'm torn between Xbox and PlayStation. I'm more of a PlayStation person, just because I prefer to have variety of games. And the PlayStation still looks beautiful. So, like, it's worth getting a PlayStation to play the Uncharted games. And then you'll end up playing other games like Shadow of the Colossus, God of War, Spider-Man, Last of Us, the Horizon Zero Dawn, Neo. It's worth it. Infamous, it's worth it. So, I'm going to give Uncharted 2 Among Thieves a 10 out of 10. One of my all-time favorite games. If you have not played it, but you own a PlayStation, then play it. But if you haven't played Uncharted 1, play the entire franchise. Maybe, I don't know about Lost Legacy, but play 1 through 4. Already I can tell 4 is going to be great, just from what I've played so far. I don't know about Lost Legacy yet, we'll find out. But for now, yeah, just play. Just play the games. If you have, tell me what you thought about Uncharted 2 in the comments below. This is Jordan from Jordan Reviews, signing off.